Today we're going to talk about what to do with recycled water bottles. So for this first project, I'm going to go ahead and remove the lid. I can take the tag off if I'd like to or not, so I'll just go ahead and do that. Now the next step is cutting your water bottle, and there's a lot of ways to do that depending upon the thickness, but I'm just using a regular kitchen scissors, and I'm just going to go ahead and kind of cut down the line, and it doesn't need to be perfect. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take some apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to pour that inside. And you don't need very much. Now you can dilute this if you want, you don't need to, but the next thing we're going to do is take the lid and place it upside down like so. So I've just got some good old painter's tape. I'm just going to take off a great big amount, and then I'm just going to tape these together. So I'm just adding the tape, so I've sealed this together so it's nice and solid. And the flies will go in here to find the apple cider vinegar, and then they get trapped in there. They can't figure out their way out, and they end up dying. So it can be a fruit. If you have fruit flies, you can put some fruit in here too, but ultimately it's a bug trap. You can also put these around your porch to help you with outdoors as well. For this next one, I just have an empty water bottle here. I'm gonna tip it up. And then what I'm going to do is add just water to it. So this is just regular tap water, and you can use a funnel if you want to pour the water inside, but you're just going to go ahead and fill it up with regular water for this next step. And we're gonna focus next on the lid here. So this is just an old pot holder I've got that I'm gonna protect my surface. This is a punch, and then here's the lid. And I've got the lid so the open part is down and the top of the lid is up. And all I'm gonna do is just poke random holes into the lid. Once you've poked the holes into the lid, and I'm gonna bring my bottle of water back, and I'm gonna screw it onto the top like so. For this next one, it's the bottom half of the container, and I filled it with some dirt. Now what I have here is some mint, so I'm gonna go ahead and place the mint into the container with the dirt and press it down. Now you could do this with any herb that you want, but as you can see here, I have made an herb garden. So super easy, and I can place this in my kitchen. So if you don't have a lot of space or a yard, you can build these inside your home. They can sit on windowsills. You can have this in the winter time in your home. Now earlier we made this one with the holes in the middle. So now what I've done is I've made myself an indoor watering can, or you could use this outside on your porch too, but I simply am going to go ahead and water my plant. Another place you can use the water bottles, and you can do this without a lid or with the lid with the holes, either way, is to use it as a self-watering system. So all you have to do is get in by your plant, dig a nice little hole, and then get your water to stay in there, and it will drain into the plant. This is really great for indoor plants or flower pots as well, so that you don't have to worry about watering them every day. And if you go on vacation, this is a great self-watering idea too. For this next project, you could use any size water bottle, but I have a small one, and I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the label like so. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and cut along the line to remove the top and the bottom. And then we'll move to the next step. Place them outside, and I'm gonna be using 2 colors of Rust-Oleum to paint them. Now that they're dry, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. So I'm just gonna cut straight down on both sides this line, and then cut it across the line. So now that the rectangle is made, I'm gonna set this aside. And what I'm gonna do around this is I'm just gonna cut a series of little slits up, and I'm not gonna worry about how spaced apart they are. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them. So now I'm gonna ruffle them out a little bit, so kind of create a little bit of a bend in them, like this. So next, I'm gonna place a battery operated tea light inside, and I'm gonna put this on top, and then I'm gonna take a little fun faux succulent to place on top of that. So next, I'm gonna add a few little embellishments. So I pulled the succulent off. I'm gonna add some hot glue here to this wooden ladybug, and I'm going to place the ladybug up here and hold that and wait for that to cool. And then I'm also gonna add a little flower to the doorway down below, like so, just to give it a little more fun. And then I'll place the succulent back on top, and my little lantern or fairy lantern is ready. Okay, for this next one, I'm gonna cut it a little differently. So I'm gonna cut the top off, but I'm gonna leave part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little pinch here, and then I'm gonna go up. So I'm gonna go up to the top, then I'm gonna cut over, and then I'm gonna cut back down to the other side, like so. So what I have is just this little ledge right here, and we are gonna make a little hole in this as well. Okay, so now remembering that you can decorate this, what you're going to do is first place your charging plug into the wall. Next, you place this container over the top. You'll plug in your charging cord, and this is good for pretty much any charging device that you have, but I have my AirPods on the other end of this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of gently wind them up carefully, and then I'm gonna place them inside the container like so. And then, as I mentioned, hang them here like this. Now the cord is out of the way. This is great for travel, keeps your stuff together. You can use bigger water bottles and do things like your phone in these. And again, you can decorate this if you want. So you could put washi tape on it, you could put contact paper, you could spray paint it so that this is hidden and you can't see it. For this project, again, I've protected my surface. I've got my water bottle. I'm gonna take my punch and I'm gonna poke holes into the bottle. And it doesn't matter where, you're just gonna poke them randomly, wherever you want to. So sometimes you can buy screws that go into both of these. It works really well with liter bottles of soda too, if you want something bigger. And this is just gaff tape, but basically what I'm doing is I'm attaching the water bottle to the hose, like so. So what I've done here is made a natural sprinkler with a recycled water bottle to water my grass. You could also water your plants this way. Or if you have kids, this is a great way to have sprinkler fun with them out in your yard. I'm gonna once again need the bottom half, and you can decide how tall or short you want it to be. I often like using these straight lines here because it just helps me guide, so I cut a little straighter, but it's really up to you. And then I'm just gonna be using the bottom half for this, and I'm gonna wanna make sure that this part right here is dry. These are great for the next time you have a group of kids over or you're having an outdoor get together, and you just can pour some snacks in them for quick and easy grab and go snacks. So you've got your snack cup, it's all ready to go, like so. And I hope this inspires you to try some water bottle hacks of your own. Again, I'm Chas from Chas's Crazy Creations. Thanks for watching Home Talk, and I'll see you next time.